Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're back at my sister-in-law Alyssa's house for part 2 of this very exciting garden install. Part 1 involved planting the hedge of North Pole arborvitaes against the fence and putting together this 8-foot Oasis hexagon greenhouse. Today for part 2 of the install, we are going to be focusing mainly on raised beds and a few containers. We've got 7 raised beds, 6 of which are copper capped. I'm so excited about it. You can see right here what we have ahead of us. And just as a reminder, this is an unused RV parking spot that gets full afternoon sun. It's going to be the perfect location for this vegetable garden. We are partnering with Gardener Supply for this project, and they are hosting another $500 gift card giveaway. So all you have to do to enter is leave a comment below this video on YouTube. That's where the winner will be selected. And all you have to do is just list out the things that you would buy from Gardener Supply with that gift card. And they're offering 15% off orders of $149 or more with the code LAURA2323, and that offer lasts for a week. All right guys, so what we have to do is get these all unboxed, to get them assembled, set up. We might have to move a wood pile, and we've got all of our goodies to fill them up today. Aaron is helping me with this project, so I'm gonna go locate him and we will get going. There he is. And here's the rest of the stuff that we are going to be working on later.
There's so much stuff.
I know. We have several more steps even after today's project. You know, we're going to be putting in arbors, picket fence. We've got Gardener sent out all kinds of fun plant supports, and we're also going to show you how to set up drip to these raised beds at some point here very soon. So anyway, it's just the whole deal. We got the first 3x6 raised bed put together. Look at how pretty this is. Look at those copper caps, they just make it so fancy. And it was really easy because these pieces right here came in pre-assembled, and each one of them already had this metal bracket in there. So all we had to do was screw the bracket, this other side of the bracket, onto our post on each corner. Really easy. Now that we've got the first one assembled, the rest of them will go super fast. You always kind of want to go slow on the first one and make sure you're doing it right. Once we get everything assembled and set here, we'll start doing our measurements and leveling everything up. We did bring a rake and a long level so we could get everything as precise as possible. my gosh, you guys, we got the raised beds built. They're set in their spots. We went ahead and kind of raked the area and leveled out any of the beds that needed it, and did some rough measurements to make sure everything was pretty precise in their locations, but it looks awesome. Look at this garden space. Isn't this amazing? So once we have our fence up, you know, there's going to be a picket fence. There will be an arbor opening right here. So you can go straight in. We're going to have some pretty things in these containers actually today, I hope. And then you can go to the left, go into the greenhouse, or you can go to the right where we will have another arbor. The fence will come across here. There'll be another arbor entrance. Right on the other side is where we're going to do a little fire bowl with some chairs. So here is a view this way. Erin is getting all the tools picked up. And I think we're going to use the cardboard right at the bottom of all of these beds. So we'll line them all and then we'll fill them up with the raised bed mix. But we've got 2 3x3s, 2 3x6s. This is 4 foot by 16 inches and it's a little bit higher and it's a different kind. This is a little bit more of an economical version of these beds, but this is the perfect size for this area because it makes kind of a center, I don't know, like an entryway area. It gives you more space. And then the 2 3x6s right here. Okay, I'm just hoping that we brought enough raised bed mix to get these all filled. We may have to bring more back, but boy, what progress on this space. It feels so good. It is now starting to sprinkle. We avoided the rain for most of the day today. It makes such a huge difference to see these filled. I mean, look at these. They're ready to go. They're ready to welcome some plants. I cannot wait to see what Alyssa does with this space. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. It also is helpful to see just a little bit of color, a little bit of fluff in here, and then we'll be back to add even more fluff and more structure here in the next few days. And this raised bed mix, it's fairly lofty in the beginning, and I do expect it to settle some. When we come back to install the drip system in these beds, we will probably bring a few bags of land and seed just to top dress, work into the top couple of inches of soil. And raised beds, it always is kind of a thing once a year, or every time I put a new crop in our raised beds, I always add land and seed in, because one, it recharges the soil and it helps keep that soil level up. There's also that layer of cardboard at the bottom of each one of these beds. There's no landscape fabric or anything like that in this area. So the cardboard, it'll take it a little while to break down, but that'll create a nice little barrier underneath the soil. Let's take a look at these. Aren't those just the sweetest, most bright little spring planters here? These are the 14-inch veg trug. They're wood veg trug containers. Really easy to put together. And they're lined with this kind of fabric bag that I put potting soil in, and there's a drain hole at the bottom. I put one of these, I can't even remember the name of this heuchera, but it's bright chartreuse green, a little blue viola, the alyssum, which I've had in the greenhouse for a while, and these really sweet pink ranunculus. I did that mix in all of these containers. See, we flanked the door right here. Okay, I want to take a look from inside the greenhouse. Oh, look at how fun. In the summertime, I think you could scoot the pots out and just put the door open as far as it will go and just prop it open with those containers. It'll be a nice way to do it, I think. So again, these are the 3x6 copper capped raised beds. This is a premium cedar raised bed is what the name of that was. So easy to put together. Oh my goodness. So they just have these corners that have these channels on all 4 sides, and then all these pieces come separately. So there's 3 pieces of cedar here that you just slide down in those grooves, and you do the same for the front and the back and the other side, and then there's these 4 little caps that you just screw right into the top. So easy. And the reason why I wanted this one here, I think I already explained it. I wanted more space in the center. We thought initially we might put something in the center here, and we might still, or we might just leave it a nice open space so there's some breathing room in here. But we will have, you know, an arch right here, and then the fence will go off of either side. It might be kind of nice to have it be just a tiny bit more open. But boy, let me tell you, putting together a raised bed from a kit is so nice. Having all the pieces that you need in that box is definitely a really easy way to do it. And I can see where it would be really helpful for maybe some people who don't have a truck or a way to like haul the materials, or maybe you can't source it. We can't source cedar boards like this in our local area. I mean, maybe we could special order them. You can only find like the cedar fence planks, which are way thinner. And cedar is definitely top choice for raised beds because of how long it lasts. It just holds up to water and soil up next to it for a really long time. It's also nice if you just don't want to think about all the parts that you need to create a raised bed. And you can make it, you know, fancy like this with the copper caps, definitely romancing the ordinary here. Or you can make them very simple. Gardeners also has, and we have some of these on a couple of our raised beds behind the greenhouse. They're called lifetime corners. They're like these metal L-shaped bracket things. Super technical in my description, where you can slide your boards in, so you can source boards locally where you live, and then you can get these corners where you just slide the boards in and tack them in with screws, and you're good to go. And it gives you kind of a very clean, sharp look to your raised bed, so that's always an option as well. And that is it for today's project. There was a moment there where I told Aaron, I don't think we're gonna get this done today. But we did. I can't even believe it. And I love it. I think that this area is just coming together so beautifully. Now we have one more kind of bigger phase where we're going to come in and do, you know, fence and arbors. But then we have a lot of other things we're going to be adding to this space that I think is going to make it really, really usable, very practical, but also very pretty. And I think I forgot to tell you what the dimensions are of this area. I told you in the first phase of this project, but this area is 14 feet wide. And then let me step off how much space we used here. I think we'll probably, when we come in with the fence, we'll come in about here. Okay, so we'll step this off. Each one of my long steps equals about 3 feet. So about 48 feet is what we ended up taking up. I think I initially planned on about 37 feet. So we went about 11 feet over that, but that was the beauty of this space, is that it was flexible. We could go out further if we needed to. We did move the wood pile from there to here, and then, you know, there's still room to park a car here, but we will have a fireball and some fun stuff out here as well. Here's kind of a backed up look at it, really just coming together. And you guys, that is it for phase 2 of this project. Do not forget to enter the $500 Gardener Supply gift card giveaway. So remember to do that. Just leave a comment down below this video on YouTube saying what you would spend that $500 on from Gardener Supply. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.